The love story of Sati and Lord Shiva, Mahadev, is one of the most profound and tragic tales in Hindu mythology. Sati was born as the daughter of King Daksha and Queen Prasuti, who were highly revered in the heavenly realms. Daksha was one of the Prajapatis, the creator beings tasked with population the earth. From her childhood, Sati was known for her beauty, intelligence, and unwavering devotion to Lord Shiva, whom she had heard of through sacred stories passed down in her family. Sati's destiny was intertwined with Shiva, but her father, Daksha, did not approve of the match. Shiva was an ascetic, living far from the world in deep meditation on Mount Kailash. He was unconventional, often seen smeared with ash and clothed in animal skin, with long matted hair, and a fierce trident in his hand. He lived a life of detachment from worldly affairs, while Daksha, being a king, represented the material and social world. Daksha found Shiva's lifestyle as unsuitable for a royal princess like Sati. Yet, despite her father's objections, Sati's heart belonged solely to Shiva. She was drawn to his divine nature, his tranquility, and his understanding of the deeper truths of existence. Sati's love was pure, and she believed with all her heart that Shiva was the one she was meant to be with. As she grew older, Sati's love for Shiva only deepened. Desiring to unite with him, she began performing intense penances and austerities. She spent years meditating, praying, and fasting in the forests, seeking Shiva's blessings. She disregarded the luxuries of her royal life, living in solitude and dedicating herself to self-purification. Her intense devotion eventually caught the attention of Lord Shiva, who was moved by her unwavering commitment. One day, while in deep meditation, Shiva appeared before her, his presence both awe-inspiring and serene. He saw her inner beauty, her dedication, and her strength of character. It was then that he accepted Sati's love and made her his consort. Despite the vast difference in their lifestyles, Shiva being the lord of the ascetics and Sati being a princess, Shiva and Sati's union was one of the most beautiful and sacred marriages in Hindu mythology. The marriage of Sati and Shiva was not a typical wedding. It was a divine event, representing the union of two powerful cosmic energies. However, King Daksha, Sati's father, strongly disagreed with their marriage. He didn't respect Shiva's simple and ascetic lifestyle and was upset that his daughter chose Shiva, a man who had no interest in material wealth or worldly pleasures. Despite Daksha's objections, Sati and Shiva's love remained strong. Their marriage ceremony took place in the heavens, with gods and sages from all realms present. Even though Shiva was an ascetic, he agreed to marry Sati. Despite their happiness, Sati's father, Daksha, still hated Shiva. He organized a big religious ceremony, called a yajna, but didn't invite Sati and her husband, Shiva. Daksha's anger towards Shiva blinded him to the importance of family. When Sati heard about the yajna, she wanted to attend, hoping to fix things between her father and husband. Shiva, however, warned Sati not to go. He knew that Daksha's anger would lead to her being disrespected, and he told her to stay at their home on Mount Kailash. But Sati, eager to heal the rift with her father, didn't listen and went to the ceremony. What she found there, however, was far from what she had hoped for. At the yajna, Daksha insulted Shiva in front of everyone. He called Shiva a wild, uncivilized ascetic, unworthy of marrying his daughter. Sati was heartbroken. She couldn't stand hearing her beloved husband insulted. The worst part was that no matter how much she loved him, she couldn't change her father's cruel attitude. In a moment of deep sorrow and anger, Sati could no longer bear the insult. She felt she could not live in a body created by a father who didn't understand true love and devotion. So, in a final act of sacrifice, she used her spiritual powers to end her life by burning herself in the yajna's fire. When Shiva learned about Sati's death, he was filled with unbearable grief and intense anger. In his sorrow, he began performing the Tandav, a fierce cosmic dance of destruction. His rage shook the universe, and to avenge Sati's death, he created two powerful beings, Veerbhadra and Bhadrakali, as forms of his wrath. Veerbhadra went to the place where Sati's father, Daksha, was holding a grand ritual, yajna. There, he caused chaos, punishing those who insulted Shiva. In his fury, Veerbhadra killed many participants and even severed Daksha's head to teach him a lesson for his arrogance and disrespect toward Shiva. Eventually, Shiva's anger calmed down. Feeling compassion, he decided to forgive Daksha. Shiva brought Daksha back to life but replaced his head with that of a goat, as a reminder of his mistakes. Still heartbroken over Sati's loss, Shiva wandered across the universe, carrying her body, unable to part with her. His deep love and sorrow showed how even the most powerful beings could feel the pain of loss. Seeing the disturbance caused by Shiva's sorrow and wandering, the gods intervened and sent Lord Vishnu to calm him. Vishnu used his Sudarshan Chakra to dismember Sati's body into 51 pieces, which fell across the earth and became sacred places of worship, known as the Shakti Pithas. Sati was later reborn as Parvati, the daughter of the Himvan and Maina, who was destined to reunite with Shiva in her new form. This reincarnation was not just a simple rebirth, it was a cosmic cycle of creation, destruction, and regeneration. Parvati, now aware of her previous life as Sati, continued to perform austerities to win Shiva's love again. This time, Shiva's heart was moved, and he accepted Parvati as his consort once more, bringing their eternal love to fruition.